What's going on, family? It's your boy C4 Benard, and I'm locked in with the big dog G-Nice on the come up. I'm from New York City, just recently came out here to LA, so I'm enjoying the West Coast right now for sure. Well, LA is basically, I look at it as just like a big opportunity, I know I come from New York City, which is supposedly, the Mecca of New York City, but the Mecca of hip hop. But I guess, the relationships I've been able to build, LA has just been a big, a whole bunch of doors, opening for me out here. So I'm just, playing the game and trying to see, getting where I fit in, really just get to that next level. For sure, now that I'm meeting, certain people that it's like, at first my biggest thing was trying to be the best rapper, right? And and it's great to be a technically sound and a technically amazing rapper, but there's a difference between the rapper, I could be a backpack rapper forever, I get to that next level, because the dream is to be an arena artist such as, the Coles and the Kendricks, and they work on more making complete bodies of work and complete music, where it's not just, the lyrical miracle, all of that stuff, and it's more of just, flows and melodies, and I've had, real talented, people in the game where it's like they have experience to teach me the things that I was lacking before. Like me, I'm still kind of new. The biggest thing is not having the, access to transportation easily. You have to drive everywhere. Everything's a 30-minute, everything is 30 minutes away from each other. And then the traffic, New York has traffic, but out here, and I try to explain it where it's like, imagine New York City, right? We have probably the similar populations in a big city, but there's no MTA out here, which is the transit system. So everybody got a car. I've never seen red lights to merge on the highway, so I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, just getting places quickly and easily, you gotta, even going, I feel like going out to a bar, you gotta have to all right, I can't take a train, so I'm gonna definitely have to Uber, little stuff like that so far. Take a seat. She gon' fall in love with it. So that video, funny enough, I had went on a spring break trip, so I was like, you used to have to fly through New York City, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the time, I'm flying in, let me just shoot the video after the trip, right? So we comes fresh off the trip. I wanted it to be in New York City. Mixtape Christopher is a very boom bap, 90s New York classic New York sound, and shooting that in LA wouldn't really, just same reason why I don't feel like even if I did a drill song or to do it in LA, it's a very different, when I think of traditional LA, I think of more of finesse, flow. In New York, it's more gritty, grimy look, not saying that either side, but it's same thing in basketball. When you think of LA players, they more, finesse, and LA is more handle, or physical basketball. So it's the difference, and I think Mixtape Christopher is definitely a New York song. With TikTok, how that happened was, I was doing my freestyles on TikTok, getting a little buzz, whatever. But I was itching for some real growth. And it made me feel like I had to do something where it was you know what? I see astrology as a thing. A girl has even dubbed me, I was talking to this girl all night, and then she dubbed me just because I was a Gemini. And I'm thinking we about to have a night. So basically how that song came about was, I was talking on the phone with one of my producers, Andrew and Hugo, and then basically I'm I'm gonna make a song about astrology for these girls on TikTok. They really think this shit is like Bible. So basically I did the song, I had a singer, I did the reference track. I can't sing for the life of me, at least without no help with auto-tune. So I did the reference, sent it over, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna work. And I knew it was, and some of my friends in my close circle didn't think it was gonna work, but I just knew, just because it was about astrology and it was gonna work. And in the TikTok, I'm just talking about a girl dubbing me, being a Gemini, and then we posted it. It went semi-viral, it got maybe 500,000 on TikTok, if that, but it related to Spotify very well, and to this day it's still my biggest song. But it's corny. And to answer the second question, I think it's corny because that's not what I want to be known for. I look up to of this generation, the Kendricks, the Coles, the last generation, the Hoves, the Nas's, the DMX's, the one point Kanye. I know he's a little crazy now, but back in the day, Kanye, and basically, they were being true to themselves with the name music. 50 Cent too, big one, but true to themselves, and I feel like this song wasn't true to myself. But every artist has had to play the game in order to, because without sign, I don't get anything else that I've been, lucky enough to get, So I'm still thankful, and I know it's there, but I just hate that that's the song. If you look up my name, that's what pops up, so, but, that's just motivation to, keep climbing. Yeah, So the Daydreaming was me trying to do a little bit of everything, and it was like more, you know, motivational. It was more like, you know, it's gonna like, you know, we climbing, you know, everything very positive outlook, glass half full, right? So the second project, you know, it was a time in my life where I was feeling more glass half empty, and I wanted to reflect that within the music. And I basically, the original concept for Dark as a Mantra was supposed to be off the stages of grief. I believe it was the 5 to 7 stages of grief. I saw Kendrick, you did it, I wanted to stay awake. I didn't want to sound like I was biased. But definitely, and it was true to me, you know. I was talking about societal issues. I was talking mainly about what was going on in my life. I had just gone through, you know, a pretty, you know, rough breakup, you know what I mean? And it just made me look at things where it's just like, you know, so I was in a little, you know, we bounced back, you know, and now when you say it's true to the sound, you know, now it's me. Now I'm trying to like, all right, I am a New York artist and I want that sound. That's what I grew up on, that's what I love. But now I'm gonna try to experiment just so I don't get labeled as that. Dark as a Mantra, I definitely got more vulnerable than I ever have. I try to experiment more in the melodic ways with songs like Tightrope and, you know, On E is not something I would have normally done. On E, I try to merge actually every coast in one song. So, you know, I definitely try, but that was, this project, Dark as a Mantra, more of a project that's true to me. Daydreaming was just me trying to do everything. If you listen, like, Daydreaming might have the more successful songs, but Dark as a Mantra to me is a more complete body of work, and it tells a story, which is like Dark as a Mantra means, you know, I found comfortable and not being comfortable. I found peace in a state of darkness, you know. Sometimes you got to get comfortable when it's not good, in times where it's not good. So, and I, you know, you find peace with the fact that you're not going to be at peace. So funny enough, it's my great grandmother. So my grandma's mom, funny enough. So basically my great grandmother, you know, since I was a baby, you know, she really helped my mom with a lot, you know. Whether my mother has been trying to go to school since I was a baby, finished college, you know, shout out mom, she just graduated about a year or two ago. I need to be taken care of, and my mother couldn't take off for work, you know, because I was sick. You know, she was that person, you know, pick me up from school, if it was a half a day, Christmas break, I'm over there for 2 weeks. That song in particular, you know, that was just, you know, like I said, you know, this was a glass half empty project, so, you know, I had an amazing experience. I got my great grandmother till I was 18. She actually passed when the ball dropped on New Year's, funny enough. And like, you know, her only dream really was to see me graduate high school, and she passed like 5 months before I was able to do it. So this song was more just, you know, like I spoke about her, and, you know, and not just her, because the concept of the song was I don't want to smile no more, which is like a lot of the things that could cause you so much joy, once it gets taken away from you, it's gonna be the reason why you're in a really messed up state. Looking at my face and she wanna take a seat. You know, I'm gonna keep the soul elements just because I hold that very dear. But like, that's my thing now. I want to get out the boom bap East Coast sound. I want you to hear a sample now and not be able to predict what drum pattern I'm about to use next. And that's part of the people that's helping me develop, you know, helping develop me right now, which is like, let's get them out of that. You know, I want to take inspiration. You know, it's cool hearing the boom bap, but able to look at the mountains and the palm trees. I've never, you know, there's no mountains, no palm trees in New York City. You know, so it's very cool. And you know, I think musically, for me, life is the best. Even forget music, you know, life is the best teacher in terms of like when you experience new things, your mind just opens up to something that you would have never thought of before. So musically now, it's just like I'm in different environments. I get to, just like traveling overseas, you might think of, you know, see things where it's like extreme levels of poverty, and then you look and like life is different. Like you could be from the poorest of poor in America, and then you go overseas and you're living like a king out here compared to what they are. To me, moving is just learning new experiences, learning new perspectives, and then applying it to the music. So I think being out here, part of my career where I'm really chasing a dream, I moved across the country without my family, you know, to really like try this. So now you're gonna hear that hunger. Like now it's less of swag, braggadocious, and now I'm actually, and you're gonna hear it in the music for sure. All right, I'm choosing Biggie, I got to, you know, East Coast, and then also like, I feel like there's more styles in which I would want to make a song with Tupac if I was on an emotional tip, and I want to touch the heart, right? But with Biggie, you know, there's a lot more I feel like we can do, and just because, you know, it's this New York, you know, you got to, so definitely Biggie. I'm gonna go with Buffalo Wild Wings. just because of the fact that in college, I have a lot of good memories with my brothers, you know, T, Jordan, Devon, Udell, Phil, JJ, oh, man, a whole bunch. I'm missing some, Chris Bird. This is a whole bunch, yeah, Addy, like, a whole bunch. And then James, and I feel bad if I miss somebody now. But I have a lot of good memories going to Buffalo Wild Wings and just talking, but just talking crap and like, and having a lot of fun there. So definitely Buffalo Wild Wings. You see, that's a good one because like to be invisible, I go in these rooms and see what people are saying, right? And all of this stuff. But then if you flash, I'm gonna say be invisible. I'd rather be invisible, for sure. You see, music, I'm in love with music, right? But there's also something I'm in love with that you need to see.
Stevie Wonder ain't seeing shit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know what? I think I would lose my hearing. I love music, but I feel like you lose out on a lot more aspects of life without the sense of vision. Like you can't see the world. There's a lot you can do. I'd rather go with that. Okay, easy Marvel, DC movies are trash. Which basically, and yeah, if I had to choose, I'm a Spider-Man. I'm big on Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I ain't gonna lie though, Dark Knight series though, and the Joker, that was beautiful. But yeah, everybody know Marvel got better movies than DC. I don't even think that's a debate at this point.
Hands down, bro.
And I get to come back home.
Come back home after a year.
Oh, I'm doing it in space.
Space?
Yeah, because at least it's both a year, and in space I can eat. You get to see how many people you know went to space.
Nobody that I know.
And then I come back with $1 million and an army, and then what? Be stuck on an island with water. I'm gonna be hungry. Yeah, you see, animals scare me. You know, like I'm the type. When I moved to Staten Island, I see deer, I get scared. I cross the street, I see a deer, I'm like, so. I mean, I guess forest, because the jungle, when I hear jungle, I think of lions and hyenas and shit. A forest, you know, I don't
monkeys.
Think, maybe some, you see, I don't want no smoke with, I don't want no smoke with
Planet of the Apes.
I don't want none of
Caesar is home.
I'm gonna choose a forest and hope for the best.
But you got a machete.
Yeah, but
you have to swing that motherfucker.
I feel like they gonna take one swing and then
it's like, oh shit.
I feel like they can take a swing of it out the machete. Like a bear, I feel like if I swing the machete at it, right, it might be able to take one.
Man,
I can't take a punch from one.
No.
Nah, I'm ass. I'm definitely ass. I mean, I feel like there's just more you can do. Like, you know, it ain't too much, you know, way more. To wife?
Yeah,
I'll probably be a lawyer because IG models, I feel like everybody, you know, I feel like once you have that certain amount of success, so you're in these circles, I feel like the amount of people is limited. So I feel like everybody be messing with the same people. If you know the celebrities, you messing with the same celebrities. I don't want that. I'm an insecure type of dude. Like, I hate knowing what my girl ex look like because I would be thinking, damn, he probably was doing the same thing I'm doing right now. And she was probably doing this to him too. So yeah, definitely a lawyer, less people to think of, you know? See, this is funny because I don't like feet, right? So if I'm with a girl, I want her to have pretty feet, but you gotta look at the face every day and all day. So I'm gonna have to say teeth, and then when we whatever, she gonna have to keep her socks on and some shit. Nah, a billionaire. Just because being able to teleport could be cool to travel and see new things, but a billionaire, I can change my life and the lives of other people around me, so definitely a billionaire. So, you know, I'm definitely gonna be a billionaire. Like we said before, you know, I go by the name C4 Benard. Darkest of Mantras out now still, but we working on new music. It's gonna be even better all the year, you know. So yeah, definitely tune in. You know, we got the merch, you know, this is my boy, shout out Javon, he designed it. Darkest of Mantra hats, you know, we got the different colors and all that good stuff. But definitely, shout out G-Nice TV, you know, been solid since, you know, over a year now, going back 2 years almost, actually daydreaming, you know. And I love being around people that not only, you know, you see a good trajectory, but I also see the people that he's working with. There's a lot of people he came up with. So, you know, much respect to that. And, you know, wishing myself and, you know, the platform much success as well, you know, throughout the years to come, you know.
Been feeling lost, and you mix a hint of exhaust. Got me heated, that's something basalt. I'm depleted and by default revert back to my happy place when rapping was a sport. Back when principles and syllables would later reinforce the feeling we all had.